I suppose, like I said, I've been working now with travellers for about 8, 9 years. In my younger years, I would have just met, I suppose, a lot of travellers through sporting arenas mainly. They were fairly disciplined when it came to some of the sports and that. And then again, I suppose some of them would have come across as kind of wild.
Travellers have to they mature quicker. To me, that's my opinion. Like, you have to be an adult. You have to be an adult at 14.
When I ask travellers what makes them travellers, they often will say the kind of stuff about, like, you know, leaving school early, getting married early, starting work early.
I think when you're going to work with young travellers, you just need to have an understanding of where they're coming from. Like, we get married young, the girls, they get married very young, and the parents are very strict over the girls, but they're just as strict over the boys, but they allow the boys to do it more and to attend the youth services. But with girls, it's all about the building up the trust with the parents. When I was 15, I wanted to be getting married, but I didn't want to talk about it because I was embarrassed to talk about it in front of people, in front of settled people. It's like it was a bad thing, but actually it was a good thing among us, among travellers. It's about building up that relationship and the site with the parents.
You had to take the time to do that. You had to not rush it. You had to go down and, you know, go in for a cup of tea, or, you know, just hang around for the day, just on the site and just chatting to whoever.
I've seen them going into the site. They do be like it's just not a one-day thing.
Been 8 years now going into Dunsink, Capfields and Villa Park and that. So the young people I met initially are all grown up now, so they all know you still though, and they're happy with you coming down, and they feed that back to the younger people on the site then. And
it takes time, and I find that with certain youth workers that they do that and they have a great relationship even when they're not there. I know by the way the parents and the young people talk about them, they talk very highly of them. If I was going to give any advice to youth workers, would be to get a better understanding of travel culture and traditions. By, say, I know Pavee Point do every month, they do an information session that I think is very important, so give them a better understanding and so they can ask more questions around it.
A lot of people kind of say, oh, can I ask them this, or can I say that? And my experience is that, you know, you can ask and say pretty much anything you want once you're sincere about it, once you're honest about it.
As a youth worker, I find that young travellers kind of look up to you. Like, it's like, well, I want to do that. I want to have a job. I want to be a youth worker. And I actually think it's a good thing that I'm working with young travellers I know, because sometimes you can feel like maybe you're a role model then because they wouldn't have a job. Do you know what I mean? And that's probably something they want to do.